Yeah, right now I've been using the VeDis 2, and I mean, it does a lot. You know, I use we have multiple scan tools, you know, that we work with, and the coverage that it offers is, I mean, it's great. You know, it does what my other scan tools can't do. You know, it does, and I mean, it's quick. You know, the automatic ID, you know, simple to use, lots of options, bi-directional controls, a lot of stuff that the dealer or factory scan tools do, you know, that this scan tool can do. And it's just great, you know, all around, great scan tool. We had another shop that they put an immobilizer in a Honda car, and of course it won't run until you program that immobilizer. And you know, they had their high dollar scan tool, and it wouldn't do it. So they called us. I said sure. You know, went over there, did it for them, 3 minutes. You know, just got it done for them, and you know, they can. Their other option would be to take it to the dealership, but you know, with the VeDis, you know, it gave me that capability to do it, and I've done it numerous times for other shops out there that, you know, they don't have that capability. You know, I did, we had a Nissan that was giving me a code. One of the diagnostics was to cycle a solenoid with a scan tool. The scan tool I originally grabbed, it wouldn't do it. So I grabbed the VeDis, and sure enough, it cycled the solenoid, and right away told me, you know, that the solenoid's good, look for something else. So, and then I had one with the NATS fault, and had to program the keys, and you know, it did it, and otherwise I would have had to send it off to the dealership. But it's great. You know, the guys that with the mobilizers, you know, I said, they see the scan tool. They, what are you using? I said, it's the VeDis from Autoland, and they said, well, where do we get one? I said, well, I've seen y'all's advertisement in the trade magazines, and it's there. And you know, I tell them, you know, for what you guys pay for the other scan tools, you know, you'd be saving money with the VeDis. I would say it's the bi-directional controls, and then just the coverage. You know, some cars, a lot of new cars these days have 10, 15 different modules in it, and a lot of the aftermarket scan tools, they won't communicate with those modules. They don't have that capability. But with the VeDis, you know, if it has it, you know, it will communicate with it and give me what I need. You know, with the Fords, there's a lot of tests that are required with diagnostics, and the you know, the VeDis can do it. You know, it can. I was playing around with it the other day on a Ford Explorer, and went into the keyless entry. You know, it's able to tell me what the code is for the keyless pad, where you know, the other scan tools, I've never seen that option. I've been full-time 15 years this May. You know, I've been doing this full-time. I've been around it all my life, but you know, as a career for 15 years, and you know, I do a lot of the diagnostics, and you know, use a lot of scan tools. You know, we have a lot of scan tools here that we have, and you know, I guess that's my thing is the diagnostics, and you know, you got to have the equipment to do it. Otherwise, you'd be stuck doing brakes for the rest of your life. You know, some of these scan tools, you know, the big names are just, in my opinion, they're just way overpriced, and for what they do is just, you know, they're still lacking a lot of capabilities. You know, that right now that, you know, I can do it with the VeDis, and it's great. Like I said before, I've told the other shops, I said, you guys need to get your hands on one of these, because what I just came and did for you, you guys could be doing this, you know, and that's money in your pocket. And the way technology is changing, you know, every day, you know, it's like a new cell phone. It's outdated in 2 months, you know, and same with cars and the technology. You know, you gotta keep up with it, you know. Otherwise, like I said, you're doing brakes for the rest of your life, and it's going to continue to change. You know, hybrid cars, you know, and that's another thing that the VeDis has done for me was to get in there and give me codes on hybrid vehicles that the other scan tools can't do. And if they want to stay in it, they gotta go with the technology. They gotta follow it. And I feel that Autoland is keeping up with it. They're constantly doing research to keep up with today's technology, trying to stay in the game, and they're doing a good job with it.